My name is Michael Fields. I'm the producing artistic director of Del Arte International. And in 2019, along with Roman Sanchez, I had the honor and pleasure of directing the premiere production of Radioman, which you are about to see. Radioman was written by Jim McManus, partially based on a series of poems by Eric Hollenbeck about his time as a combat soldier in Vietnam in 1968. Eric and his family are also the creators of a magical place called Blue Ox Millworks and Blue Ox Village. Over the past 46 years, with crazy courage, a deep passion, and a hefty amount of plain old stubbornness, they have created a nationally recognized architectural millworks shop, an internationally known living history tourist attraction, and a school of the traditional trades, and it's all done with antique machinery. In 1998, Eric and his wife Viviana, both survivors of childhood trauma, chose to give back to their community by forming a high school program for at-risk teens. This highly successful program, with hundreds of students claiming that Blue Ox changed their lives, emboldened the Hollenbecks and redefined their concept of the impossible. So in 2012, in the height of Eric's personal Vietnam PTSD journey, the Hollenbecks decided to establish a veterans program to reach out and help other veterans. No one was able to figure out how to do it until, in 2014, Blue Ox was asked to do the impossible. From the only known photograph and only one known measurement, they were asked to build an exact full-size replica of the hearse that carried Abraham Lincoln to his final resting place in Springfield, Illinois in 1865. This impossible challenge sparked the excitement of a team of PTSD combat veterans that over the course of a year successfully created the Lincoln hearse replica. As part of a team of veterans from other parts of the country, we were all invited back to Springfield to be honored during the 3-day commemorative ceremonies on the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's funeral. This project altered the lives of these veterans, transforming them from struggling individuals into a cohesive team that got the job done. The play you are about to see honors that endeavor, the power of hands-on healing, and the magnificence of the human spirit that conquers adversity and rises to meet the challenge.
Hi, I'm Viviana Hollenbeck. Thanks so much for joining us. The creation of Radioman took a tremendous amount of courage and love. Each of us, Eric and I, our family, Jim McManus, the playwright, the veterans he interviewed, the veterans that were part of the hearse build team, and of course, the fabulous folks at Del Arte. We all had to go down the rabbit hole, as Eric says. But the healing that we experienced, we would like to carry forward to all of you and your loved ones.
The play that you're about to see is real. It's Hemingway real. These are stories from real men and real women about real events. The language is rough, but it was rough times, and that's real too. I would like to start this play by reading the last stanza of my book of poems. And as for the justness of any war, let us never forget. War is as far from godliness as we as humans can get. Thus pick this option carefully with the weight of a heavy heart, for sanity is the casualty the minute war does start. And now, Radioman the play.
are about to hear are based on the book Uncle Sam's Tour Guide to Southeast Asia by Eric Hollenbeck, and stories collected from veterans across the country. This is fiction based on true accounts. Some of the names have been changed to honor the dead. May we further honor the living by never sending men and women into battle unless absolutely necessary.
You ain't gotta worry about nothing no more. I knew that as soon as I saw your bird on fire. Jumping's what a smart soldier does. No, I'd rather die any damn way than burning up on a chopper. At least the last thing you saw was air and the ground rushing up at you. Shit. There's a freedom in that. Waiting for smoke to choke you? Ain't no way to die, man. Don't you worry. I'm gonna sit right here with you till they find us, all right? I see the rest of you up in that tree. I will make fucking certain that all of you gets back to Mom. She brought you into this world with all your pieces, and I will be goddamned. I'm gonna clean you up real good. Ain't no shame in what happened. I lost my shit over here more times than I can count. I felt it rolling down my leg and into my socks like rain on a window. Ain't no shame. You're as smart as me, huh? Oh, keep a picture of your girl tucked in your sock. Man, she is a looker. Let me guess. Becky. No. Mary. No. Anne. She looks like an Anne. Oh, she got that kind of hair that your face get lost in. But it smelled nice too. Girls smell like baby powder. We smell like ass. I used to like burying my hair, my face, way up in my girl's hair. Oh, and breathing in until my nose hairs tickled with her perfume. I bet Anne let you do that. She seems like a nice girl. Now, if girls was in charge, if they were in charge, something tells me you'd be home right now. Boys are dumber than eating a shit sandwich. No, if Anne was in charge, you'd be back in, where are you from? Idaho. Well, I've never met no one from Idaho, and I guess it's time I pop my potato cherry. You're it. Then Anne would have you back in Idaho, taking her to a picture show. Or a dance, huh? Shit. I'm going to ask you a favor. Give me a sign. Says it's all right to take this boot of yours. I mean, I'm worn out, man. And yours looks brand new. How'd you get them? Huh? No, I put in a requisition and everything, but fuck. How's your family gonna make sense of this shit, huh? A week ago, they're hugging you goodbye. Now you were just a mannequin. A mannequin there, they're going to throw on the bed of a truck. Jesus. Now 1 second a man is alive, and the next thing is dead dog dead. Each of them trucks going back to here got a full load of mannequins. You'd swear. No, someone just keeps ordering a truckload of dead boys, and then the ages filling the orders. Now I'm sure we're killing a shitload of them, but it seemed like they got a gook pipeline that go on forever, like the ground spout scoops after a fucking rainstorm. 10 of them for every one of us. Now, I ain't no gambling man, but I ain't like, 10 to 1 odds, all right? So I'm gonna take this boot of yours, because you don't need it no more. And I get the feeling that's awful of me, but I find that my mind tend to go towards doing awful shit. Sitting here with you these past 2 days been the best thing I've done in weeks. Fuck. What's your girl gonna do when she finds out, huh? The 2 assholes in dress screens are gonna go knocking on her door and tell her about the meanness in this fucking world? Shit. You ain't gotta worry about that no more, boy. Maybe you're the lucky one. Well, me, you, and Ann, just gonna sit here and wait for the boys to find us. After she get over you, I hope her she finds a boy ain't never had nothing to do with Viet fucking Nam. Good night, Ann. And good night, Idaho.
Did anybody tell me why we agreed to do this project?
It can't be done.
It can't be done. There's no money in it. Sign me up. God, I'm an asshole. Oh, now you've got an opinion on this spec.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, they all stink like shit.
Thank God there was one guy who left the project. Now anything go wrong, we blame it on him.
Yeah, fucking Barry. Goddamn Barry.
We all went to YouTube University to learn how to do this project.
Recreating the Abe Lincoln Hearst for Centennial and a half.
It's the sesquicentennial, asshole.
I can't say that word.
I heard you say asshole.
I know how to say asshole, asshole. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck me.
Hey. Fearless leader says to me, I want you to work on this project. And I told him, hey, I don't work for money, dude.
Says good, because you're hired, asshole. No. Get this. Now, I tried to get out of it, and I started working that day.
I didn't know shit about casting.
Still don't.
We had 0 successful pours in 12 days. Not 12 bad pours, 12 bad days.
Well, defeat is not an option. That's why veterans had to work on this piece.
Yeah, only veterans know defeat is not an option. Feels like an option. Look at this. I can't get shit right. I blame Barry. Fucking Barry!
I'm not qualified to run a sander.
You're hired.
I don't even know what a sander is.
You're fucking hired.
So let's see. Us assholes need to recreate out of nothing. Less than nothing.
Out of a partial picture of a photograph from 150 years ago.
What kind of asshole signed up for this?
Us assholes.
You assholes are giving me PTSD again.
Lincoln was the first president to advocate for vets.
Big word, advocate.
Well, let Abe Lincoln resurrect his ass and work on the damn thing.
Anybody but vets will give up.
Country didn't like my war, but I'm sure they're gonna like my purse.
Yeah.
Now let's see. We don't know shit, don't know how to do shit, don't even know what the final product is supposed to look like. I mean, what?
Jesus Christ. That don't sound too good.
Don't sound too good, it's all we ask for God.
All I know is on the 3rd of May, 150 to show up in Springfield, Illinois to reenact the Lincoln funeral, and they expect a goddamn hearse we're building.
Fuck! May 3rd? Can't be done.
Who's the patron saint of lost causes?
I believe that is Saint Asshole.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, I know. I pray to Saint Asshole nightly.
Oh yeah? Cause trying to get your dick up is a lost cause.
Bunch of broken assholes gonna rebuild the Lincoln hearse.
That's what I'm proposing.
Yeah, I'll do it myself if I have to. Wah, wah, wah. But with saying asshole on our side, how can we fail? I need to hear it. Don't be shy anytime now. Can I get a fuck it, I'm in? Can I get a fuck it, I'm in?
Fuck it, I'm in!
Let's get back to it.
Ah, shit! Carol.
He keeps telling me I'm fine. Finest thing in this whole place with gams longer than a rocket. Some of the other ladies roll their eyes at him. I let him talk. He don't seem to mean no harm. And shit, I do have me some nice legs. My legs go high as a telephone pole, and if that boy wanna remind me of that, I don't see the damn harm. I keep thinking about what those few seconds must have been like for him. Beard full of shrapnel 1 second, and a bullet in the head following up behind. And going home to mama with a face ain't his no more. How is she gonna react? Her brain saying, my boy ain't got his own face no more. And her mouth saying, you look handsome, my boy. Right, girl? I'm gonna swoon over you. His name is Cookie. He say his friends call him Cookie because when it comes to women, he always get caught with his hand in the wrong cookie jar. I try and keep him from talking about what happened. Most of these men got no use for talking. And they slowly fade into that place they're gonna spend the rest of their days. It must do something to you to kill another person. It ain't no deer laying there you're gonna make jerky out of. It's a person who done the same things you used to talk, eat, laugh like you, and you gone and taken all them things away from him? When you make someone else dead, they're dead forever. You take the light out of someone's eye and you know the light in your eye was the last thing they ever seen. I don't know everything that goes on in Cookie's mind, but I know he's still like joking and flirting. And so much been taken away from him. I ain't about to take no more. You go on, flirt, boy, and I'll flirt back. There gotta be a lot of years for you to wonder what a normal life would have been like. For now, you go on thinking you're handsome, and I'll keep thinking I got legs like Beyonce. And damn it, that's how things are gonna go on my shift. She always want to know what's going on in my head. You know, where I went. I tell her, baby, you don't want to know what's going on up there. The worst movie you could imagine. It's playing over and over. And I take a gun to my head to make it stop. If it wasn't for my baby. But I can't tell her that shit. Just watch the TV, baby. Ain't nothing going on up there. Nothing neither of us want to know.
When they asked Muhammad Ali why he ain't about fighting in Vietnam, he said, "Ain't no Viet Cong ever called me nigga." Now that is some righteous shit. War got some fucked up logic. Why want to fight for a country where they hate me? Shit. They wanted us to fight for them right after the Civil War too. Now, imagine that shit. They come and take my people from one country, drag them to another country to be slaves, and then want us to end up fighting for that country. Fuck that. Take us from our country to their country and make us fight for them? When it comes to war, white men got them balls so big, I don't know how the fuck they walk.
Folks in prison kill a man in the heat of the moment. That shit ain't righteous. But at least you can wrap your mind around it. Army trained us to do shit you can't wrap your mind around. Most people who kill someone they know. Familiarity breeds contempt. Army trained us to have contempt. Serious fucking contempt. So you can walk up behind a man and blow his brains out through his eye socket contempt. And once your tour is over, re-enter society, my friend. No more killing men for sport. Go into the world, get a job, register your car, fill it up with gas. Go buy cigarettes and gum. At least in prison, they know killing is fucked up.
Radioman is born dead. Blow out your brains, splatter all over the kitchen wall. Dead. There's a Radioman in the Ashaw Valley of Vietnam. I'm the dog who's sticking his nose in where it don't belong. And the NVA chops it off. Think I'm brave?
You think I'm brave? Here's the shit. It don't take no fucking nerve when you ain't got shit to guard. I'm not watching over my life. I'm watching over my death. Well, I got gravestones rushing up through my fucking eyeballs, and you think I'm brave? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck the NVA. Fuck my draft card. Fuck the pile that brought me over here. Fuck it all. Yeah, fuck it all.
I was born dead. Steal your heart dead. Beat my brains out of my head dead. Don't give a shit about no one. Dead. Back when I was a kid, before Viet fucking Nam, I had a job working on a logging crew, and I made more than a teacher. $187 and 52 cents take home every week. Now where the hell am I going to spend $187.52 every week in this town? Girls. Girls make money disappear like fucking steam. Take them to a show, take them out to eat, ice cream, roses, ribbons in their hair. Oh, I'm a classy guy. When you look like me, you better be a classy guy. My mom tell me, you got a face only a mother could love. Just not your mother. Mom. Yeah, there's some girl gonna love my face. They always do. Think about it. Ugliest motherfucker in the world's always got some girl thinks he's handsome. Love makes a girl go blind. And they're soft. Oh, when they lay their head on your shoulder. Like their face turn to marshmallow, make them old right here. I spend all my $187.52 on a girl like that.
But now, I'm a radioman in the Ashaw. It's 1968, and I'm 18 years old. A radioman has a 15-second life expectancy in a firefight.
RTO, first to go. RTO, first to go. RTO, first to go.
The NVA takes out the radioman first, because he calls in artillery and airstrikes. My platoon already lost 2 radiomen this month, so they talk to me on a need-to-know basis. None of them want to get too close. I'm the FNG, the fucking new guy. And the FNG is one lonely motherfucker. Guy who handed me the radio says, a radio man in Vietnam is born dead. And WW2 was the ball turret gunner who was born dead. Who was it in the Civil War?
I'm part of the same machine been going on since we come out of the ether. Vietnam happens to be my little part of the story. Don't seem so bad when you look at it from a bird's eye, but down here, I'm scared. I guess no one makes it out of life alive, but Vietnam a place where dead got a smell to. I guess the fact I'm telling you this means I'm alive.
At least for a little while.
In our jungle, foxholes, the worst shit was the mortars. They'd rain down on us from a couple of football fields away, and you could hear them go. Pock, whoosh, sound of them cutting up through the air. And I'd look up, and I could see them reach their apex. And from that moment on, they were perfectly fucking silent. They'd freeze, hang there, black spot in a gray sky. High fly ball to center field. And then they fell straight down on us. And each time the explosion was like a body blow. Even when they weren't close. But these were fucking close. And you'd scream out of fear and just to keep your eardrums from bursting, but it was like getting sent over here. It was a death fucking lottery. All you could do is wait around and wait your turn. Okay, so if you kept your head down, and I mean stayed way down in your hole, you'd be okay. Unless that mortar had your name on it. Then it fell down and landed on your head. Like a death fucking fastball that's boring into your ribs that you could never turn away from. This is what happened to my best friend, Otis. Hours before, we were free as you could ever get in the jungle. We were laughing. We were joking about his friend Rosie. His girl, Rosie. And I'd tease him, oh, Rosie! Ah! Rosie Palm! And he laughed every damn time. She's a brown-haired girl. Oates could never even say the word brunette. Oh, and she was in a band. She's in a chick rock band, and they are badass. And then he would go on and on like some kind of wind-up doll. Their name is Ostrich, and their first album is Head in the Sand. And he was going to go back and learn to play the bass, be the only boy member in a chick rock band. I never heard a guy brag about his girl being so badass with such pride. I was one down from Oates when I saw it hit his hole. He got plumed. Erased from earth. I watched his death fastball fall all the way down. Vaporized him. 1 second he was Oates, living, breathing, laughing, crying, thinking, praying, swearing, just like me. And the next, my mountain of a man friend, my private, the boy guitarist in a chick rock band turned into a cloud of fine pink mist. Bits of bone and brain and blood and tissue rose out of his foxhole and drifted towards me. I reached up to wipe the bloody ooze of my friend from my eye, and I could see my hands, my arms, my body. It was covered in oats. I was covered in oats. tried to say a prayer for my friend, but I could hear it. A couple football fields away. I learned Vietnam was a place you couldn't say a prayer for no one but yourself.
I'm qualified to operate 120 millimeter mortars, heavy armored vehicles, missiles, rocket launchers. Now where the fuck does that apply in civilian life? Pointless. I mean, I guess I could be a 14-year-old kid at Call of Duty, but Army gave me useless fucking skills. A big fucking toolbox of motherfucking useless.
You know what the Army is? The Army's a bunch of dumb fucks being told where to stand so when the shit comes down, it can land on you. The shit just keeps coming down, and sometimes it lands on you, and sometimes it lands on the dumb fuck next to you. When you're lucky, it lands on the dumb fuck standing next to you, and you look at him and think to yourself, ha, glad I'm not that dumb motherfucker. That's what the fucking Army is.
I'm too old for this shit. Look at this asshole. He's got shit on his face from days ago. Days! How does he not realize that shit? I told him about it the other day. He shrugged his shoulders. Assholes. Oh, and this one. She wears the same fucking t-shirt every day. Either she's got 12 of the same t-shirt or, fuck, like I said, too old. I have a 15-year-old dog. People ask me if they can pet him, if he's friendly. I say, hell no, he's 15. He's made and got all the friends he needs. Yeah, I liked it when my days were just me. Me, I like these assholes. Oh, look at this, yeah. I know this asshole at eggs at the diner. His beard, it's fucking huevos rancheros. Maybe I'll step on a rusty nail, get gangrene, soon it's all over. Could have happened 50 years ago in a landmine, so why not now? Well, look at that. He finished the fucking wheel. Huevos rancheros ain't all bad. Hey, I ain't had breakfast yet. Bring that beard over here so I can eat.
Hey,
I gotta hate these assholes.
since I've been back, I made my whole life out of bone, muscle, and blood. Except this is a world where every other asshole's a consultant. Whatever the hell that means. Oh, I'm glad I got to come back and make a life in civilian clothes. But I wonder. Some nights when the wind laid down low and then, like an old dog, it's quiet. So quiet you can hear the blood rushing up through your temples. I wonder, is it okay that I came back alive? I didn't cheat death. I hate that shit. How do you cheat who don't play fair? When I first started seeing a VA shrink, me telling my feelings to a stranger. Hey, I came back alive. That's all I want to say about that shit. Okay. The only taste I was sure of on the jungle floor was my own tears. Because we cooked screams for breakfast and served shame for lunch. That what you want to hear, Mr. Shrink? Excuse me, Dr. Shrink. Them puny arms make me think you never served. Of course not. Of course you didn't. Bone, muscle, blood, some things you hire other men to use. No, you do not get to use the word demons. You live your life, you carry on just like you did before you were 18, and my life stopped. Like a fucking hanging. Shut I know, got their shit blown to the wind over there. And you know what? We keep sending more and more boys over to taste their own tears, to get their mouths filled with the mud and the blood, and for what? For what? Income! Okay, I got a couple of demons. Nice catch, Dr. Freud. They ride shotgun on me, you pencil-necked geek. What demons you got? Spend a couple of hours each night at a bar. You got a little piece of tail on the side you don't tell the wife about? I'm shocked. I got demons that pin me to the fucking floor. Hey, Dr. Dude, at least you got a wife. Me? All I got are exes. Hell, I got exes all over the damn place. They give out gold medals for 3-year weddings. I am an Olympian! Why am I here? I met a girl. I met this good old gal. And the same shit as always happens is she don't like the shit I do. She calls it antisocial. Call it what gets me through. Couple, 3 nights a week. Get a hold of a bottle. Grab a pack of smokes, a motel room maybe. Lock that door. Crack the top off a jack. Smell them luckies. Oh, man. The night is mine. Well, that's just not normal. Told her, hey, lots of normal old guys out there. Lots of old fellas got their feet in the floor better than me. You shouldn't have to put up with my flashback. She called you? Well, here we are. Mental masturbating. I jerk off at home. I gotta tell you, I get more to show for it. Dr. Rosie Palm. You. Okay, wait, whoa. She's got those dark eyes. Make me feel like I'm wearing my dress blues all day long. Now, how am I going to hand her all of these broken parts and tell her, hey, put me back together again? No, that shit isn't fair. These eyes, she got these eyes, and they cut through all my bullshit. I'm with her, I go days at a time without thinking of. Don't text. So I built me a life in civilian clothes. And I did it with my own hands, my blood, bone, muscle. I didn't ask no one, no man for help, especially you, Herr Dr. V.A. Shrink. You don't give me much confidence. Damn, if I don't want to lay up in the afternoon with that fine woman and believe that I ain't broke. So I'm going to say these words, and I'm going to try not to hate myself for asking. Do you think, doctor, that you could
Do you think, Doctor, that you could find one little piece of me that still would love?
We didn't take vacations. Never. I'd ask Mom, why don't we take vacations? And she'd say, one day you'll have your own family, and you can take as many fucking vacations as you want. My dad works 6 or 7 days a week, and any day off was a nap day. To get to know him, I had to go to the shop. You know how most 12-year-old girls learn how to throw a ball or bake cookies to get daddy's attention? Nope. I learned how to forge weld and blacksmith. You know, the thing that makes every 7th grade girl very, very popular in school. But even while welding, I know how to play that daughter princess card, and I never have to do anything I don't want to do. You know, I knew, even then, that he worked a lot, because that was the only thing that he could control. At work, he can teach the 18-year-old boy who's stuck in the Vietnam of his mind all the things he should be learning. And he couldn't smile at 12-year-old me, who would always have to go to Mom to ask for money I knew we didn't have. And then she'd tell me no, and how we might lose the ox. And that's where she got me. Because ox was everything to me. There was this white box near the edge of the property that covered electrical wires or septic or some shit, I really don't know. I used to go to that white box, and I would play Tea Party. And maybe in some way Dad was playing Tea Party with his machines, as he did every fucking business thing wrong. But what bankers or IRS auditors never knew is that while a 45-year-old man sat in front of them, they were really meeting with a scared 18-year-old boy whose trauma was so intense that he often didn't know what day, month, or year it was. And his wife, who tried so desperately to work through her own shit by controlling everything she could in our uncontrollable lives, could never control his desire to check out. So they lurched from one unbalanced checkbook to another foreclosure notice, like two kids who only knew how to hold each other's hands. They were workaholics because that was the only thing that they could control. And all these years later, that white box that covers shit I don't know, it's still there. And against all odds, two parents with PTSD, who were fucked by the world before they even got out of childhood, built what a functional, loving family looks like. And then on top of that, they created a place that radiates with love. So I guess what I'm saying is fuck vacations. All right, fuck vacations and the horse they rode in on. You can have Hawaii or Washington, D.C. or Europe. My parents, they gave me a white fucking box at the edge of the Blue Ox, and I wouldn't give it up for a plane ticket to anywhere in the whole damn world.
They want to take a look inside my head. That ain't how they say it, but that's what they want to do. Want to find out if the same shit break a man soldier break a woman. Who the fuck knows? You open up a head, you're gonna find shit to break an elephant. Let's tell the damn truth. Army is like a poor repository. Folks don't really know what it's like to carry well water to the house in a bucket or hear other kids talk about air conditioning. When we got hot, we sweated. My mama put my bed on the back porch and said, catch the night wind. Sometimes she'd be right. You could feel the cool coming up your ass. We knew we were white trash. Ain't nothing else to call a girl like me. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Trash? Trash is something everybody fucking see. They look right down their noses and see us. Say things like, I would never use food stamps, got too much goddamn respect. The only thing is, you can't fucking eat respect. My mama would wash me up real good, and we'd go get our government cheese with a smile. Somewhere inside my head, they'll find the moment I realize. When you're poor, the world is mostly a shitty place to live, and joining the army didn't sound too fucking bad. Army boils shit down. In war is even more simple. You kill as many people as you can and keep you alive. The less of them there are, better shit is for you. I became one of those women who don't talk much. The kind that boys say, you don't want to fuck with her. That is what Army wanted, and that is what they made me. And now they want to look inside my head and see where shit gone wrong. Listen here, Mr. Whitecoat, I ain't in no fucking coffin, so the way I look at it, shit gone right. When they open up my head, maybe they'll take some of the bad shit out. That would be nice. All I am saying, if Army want to open up a head, you better be prepared for the shit that is in it.
You ought to see the beautiful trees we got back home.
You ought to see the beautiful buildings we got back home.
You ought to see the beautiful valleys we got back home.
You ought to see.
You ought to see.
You ought to see.
You ought to see.
Redwood trees are taller than any building you got.
Ain't no tree taller than a New York City building.
Ain't no bullshitters like the two of you.
Tall trees.
New York City.
Bullshitters.
You ought to see.
You ought to see.
You ought to see. You ought to see.
see.
How ain't you never been to the Redwood Forest?
How ain't you never been to the Big Apple?
How ain't you never been to West Virginia?
I've been to Vietnam.
I've been to kinda fucking hard.
I've been to the DM fucking Z.
You ought to see.
You ought to
ought to
see.
see.
You ought to see.
I'm gonna drink your shine.
Gonna see the world.
Now wouldn't that shit be fine?
You know I'm gonna visit.
You know I'm gonna visit.
You know I'm gonna visit.
Gonna be a logger.
Gonna be a firefighter.
Gonna be a coal miner.
You gonna visit?
You know I'm gonna visit.
Maybe I'll need a little time when I first get out. You gonna visit?
You know I'm gonna visit.
First you're gonna be pretty busy and all. You gonna visit?
You know I'm gonna visit.
Where's the reunion at? I don't like flying. When you get home, don't ever think of this place again.
When you get home, don't ever think of me again.
When you get home, make believe I died over here.
May we never see each other again.
If I see you again, it'll be too fucking soon.
Both of you assholes are dead to me already.
Fuck the Army and every asshole I met.
Fuck the Army and every asshole I met!
I never met anyone who wasn't a logger. I never met anyone who wasn't from Eureka, California. It's where I live. It's where my people live. I think the town was built around my people. Oh, and those trees. The Redwood Forest, do you know? So tall that there's 3 ecosystems living in one damn tree. So tall that if it was a fruit tree, angels could reach down and grab themselves an apple. Or maybe you know it from the song. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. Well, trust me, if you haven't, it's like no place else. Eureka, California, in Humboldt County, near Humboldt Bay, in northern California. Did you know that there is 6 hours of driving north of San Francisco when you're still in California? Yeah, big state. And then I got shipped to Shreveport, Louisiana for basic. It's like a different country, different world. The heat, man, the heat. I never met a black guy.
All black guys ain't all as cool as me.
No?
Hell no. I'm cooler than grass in the shade.
That's cool, I guess.
I'm fast. Oh, I'm faster than gossip in my hometown. I'm so fast, I can turn off the light in my bedroom and be in bed for dark.
That, sound like it might be bullshit.
You want to race?
To where?
You ever seen a Creole tomato?
I'm starting to realize a lot of things I ain't never seen before.
You that, sir?
I was the fastest boy in my old hometown.
You been running against white boys?
Yeah.
Man, running against white boys, like running against little girls.
Well, I ain't no girl.
Well, I'm too bad.
Man, how do you run in this heat?
Man, ain't no other way.
Here's the guy that's ran through soup.
Man, just wait till you get to be at fucking that place, make this place seem like the North Pole.
Now, you're kidding.
Man, I hear it's too hot to fuck. White boy got all red.
What the hell's a Creole tomato?
Go get that for me. This here is a Creole tomato. Even though a tomato a fruit, and look at the size of this one. Woo-wee! We're gonna pop your Creole cherry. You pop your cherry?
I know women.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Every boy knows his mama.
Go to hell, man.
Go on, man. Go on. Your mouth in for a treat.
Well, slice it up. I want a taste of this Creole bullshit.
Man, we ain't using no knife.
What? And just like that, he bit into that tomato like he was eating a peach. Oh, it split in two, and it was so bright that it looked like he was carrying the sun in each hand. And then he just dug his face straight in and ate like a dog all the way to the core. Oh, he had juice and seed all over his lips, and I just stood there.
Go on, man. Go on. Your turn. Oh, look at him go. That's good eating, boy. Your first Creole, better than your first woman. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, you won't ever eat nothing as good as that.
Oh, they got Creole tomatoes in Nam?
Don't know.
You know where Nam is?
Nope.
I don't know if I ever had a better afternoon. Sitting in the sun with the last bit of acid on our tongues. Sitting without a care in the world. Holding those tomatoes. And having no idea that when we got up to leave, we'd be stepping over the corpses of our boyhoods.
Come on, let me show you something.
I don't go to reunions. Piss on that shit. Sit around talking about the good old days. Bullshit. And I'm nervous. Not nervous to see the guys. I'm nervous we'll get to talking and drinking in the course of all that fucking frivolity. We might get proud of what we did. The only thing I ever want to be is proud of what we endured. You get to these reunions, always some loudmouth who barely see any combat and talk. Some asshole played volleyball in the sand and got a bronze star. Fuck reunions! Yeah. This year. I had a reason to go. This major who liked to get our boys killed. Yeah. So he could raise his body count to advance up the ranks. He killed more of us than the NBA from what I saw. One stupid glory decision after another. See that photo? That asshole wanted to make it out like he had anything to do with that photo. Shit. So I find out through the grapevine, this asshole's gonna be there. And I'm gonna punch this asshole in the mouth like I still punch a man and he feels it, goddammit. So goddammit, here I am, wearing a sports jacket, don't fit, it's itching my neck, damn it. Oh. Some of these boys look like Father Time fucked them in the ass. I will find this asshole. Maybe he looks different. Laptops ain't style no more. I stop for a photo op. Where I see an old woman. Oh, shit. Guess I'm an old man. Pushing a wheelchair. She's struggling, so I go to give her a hand. Well, shit, if it ain't him. I go dizzy seeing his face. Wife thanks me for helping, and I ask if they come to these things often. She says they used to. Stop on account of travel being difficult. God help me, but I could care less what ailment this asshole has. How many boys have he sent home with no arms or legs? You got a bad wheel? Hmm? You got a bad wheel? I was your radio man. I was your He smiles at me. I look him over and he says, this is for the Army. Doesn't have anything to do with me. His wife says, these are your men. He smiles, looks me right in the eye. She thinks I was in the Army, but I only know it from TV. Wife said the Alzheimer's. Doctors thought seeing the man might jog his. She began to cry. I gave her my shoulder, but all I could think of is, can I catch it? Can I catch it? If there's a God in heaven, please let me catch what he has, so I can forget every fucking thing stuck in my fucking head for all my motherfucking life.
She told me I was having a nightmare. And fine-looking sister, thin build and medium fro. She put a cold washcloth to my forehead because the sweat kept running into my eyes. She asked, but God damn if I can remember what I was dreaming. Fucking daymares over here, man. She pulled something out of her pocket and snapped the lighter. God damn. If medium fro didn't pull out a joint, put it to my lips, and walk away. I used to sneak looks at her tits every once in a while, and she over here thinking about putting my mind at ease. And some wars, a good sister is all you need.
I drink. I drink. I drink and I'm not dead yet. Drinking controls my seizures. All right, so it doesn't. But some lies we tell ourselves way better than the truth. And hey, thinking about that next drink does keep me from wanting to kill myself. Hey! I've been doing this shit for a really long time. I tried taking the medication that they want to keep me on. Makes me feel sorry for myself, okay? Then I want to drink. So I take one. take a drink and I feel better. You know, I had a pretty good buzz on before you all waltzed in here. Feels to me now like it was really long, long ago. Time ago. And I need to feel them bees buzzing in my head, so why don't you leave? Excuse me. Fuck off. Man. Just fuck off and die, ma'am. Leave me alone.
Every day, I gotta come in and wrestle with this fucking nurse. Gotta walk by a sign that says, today, 23 veterans will commit suicide. Not free donuts in the back room for you, or a titty calendar with a girl with a mouth to hear for you. No, 23 veterans will eat his gun today. Fucking bullshit. If you step on a bus and a sign says, one of you ain't gonna make it to the end of this ride, I don't need to see that shit! God damn, gotta be reminded how weak we are? You know, fuck it. Tomorrow I'm hanging a titty pic on top of that sign and I don't care what no one says. Tits is the only reason any man don't blow his brains out.
The jungle gotta dance from low and from on high, and as far as jungle knows, today is a good day to die. A good day.
A good day.
A good day.
Today is a good day to die.
A good day. A good day.
A good day. Today is a good day to die.
Oh, it was a brother and a chopper going down. Can I be killed? Was a cow? Can I be killed all the way?
Choppers in the air like a deadly flock of birds. B-52s in the valley, pockmarks at every turn. Chopper 2, me and you, our feet hit the jungle floor. Before we step back here, oh shit, Chopper 1, we hit that ball!
Flames hovered there, drunk bird over the plains. 3 men jumped from 60 feet, we shielded from their pain. Crawled into a circle, shit, let's make a stand. Our legs formed a wagon wheel, laid there man next to man. We all held our breath and looked up in the sky. Hueys were circling like a swarm of flies.
Here come our cobra, we buried our faces in dirt. Death came screaming in. We waited, we waited,
We waited for cannons to blurt.
the ground exploded with rounds only 10 feet away. We all locked eyes, prepared for Judgment Day.
Gunshots flew and felt like an earthquake shake. Crawl inside my helmet, in there I'll be safe. When the ground shocked, my bones they did quake. If I'm gonna die, oh Lord, don't let me break. But I did not cry, I was now made of tougher shit. That's there, the last pass, none of our wagons were hit.
Baldwin yelled, get those boys from Huey went down. I rose from earth, my balls were finally found. Radioman, walk point, the jungle got no fucking rules. Let's ride our dead. Baldwin told us fools.
A ship of mountain steel, ain't none survive that crash.
But in the elephant grass, Gunner had a beat on my ass.
Leg broke, hands shook like dog shit seed of a peach. Machine gun trained on me, his face white as bleach. His brain clicked in, I was on his side. Terror drained from his eyes, fell in my arms like a bride.
The better the game, we loaded our wounded aboard.
Mama called me a husky, so it didn't sound so bad. Easy to get husky in that woman's house. We didn't have shit, and some folks would say she raised me on peas and biscuits. Like it's a bad thing. But bad ain't how I remember it. I never needed no rooster or alarm clock, because smelling them biscuits made me rise on out of bed like a cartoon character and float to the kitchen. But all that floating to biscuits don't keep a girl slim, and before I know it, oh damn. So I started working out with the boys. Now boys know how that shit goes, and I learned about squats and curls and flies and Russian kettle snatches, and one day I look in the mirror, and I am ripped. At home, Mama's biscuits still an alarm, but I'm at the gym before they done rising, and Mama say, quit getting all buff. Black men like a little meat on them bones. Then she looks at my muscles and say, you do like man, girl. Yes. When I nod my head, her exhale could have blown down a house. Marry you a black man so we keep our history going. And I tell her, Mama, in 200 years, we all be so mixed up. All gonna be the same color. Well then, you was born 200 years too early. When I told her I wasn't gonna marry no one till I left the army, she cried like a puppy. Lord, it was something awful to listen to her cry. Got down on her knees and said she wasn't never gonna see her baby again. Closer time got, more Mama cried. But I knew what I wanted out of this life. I put on a uniform of the most powerful fucking nation in the world. A fat girl grew into a strong-ass woman, and not even Mama's tears are gonna deter me. Daddy fought and died for his country. He didn't have no sons. My duty. Thought of Mama being on her own was more than I could take, but goddamn it, if I was a boy, I'd have looked her in the eye and said, it's come time for me to go. And that's what I done. There ain't no words for the important shit in life anyway. But Mama thought of two good ones as she straightened my collar. Don't die. And she kissed me and went on to watch a movie on her kitchen TV. All kind of shit I wanted to tell her right then. About how I was gonna come back with shine shoes and a pension and a pride that for years only men gotta feel. How I was gonna get her out of that shack of a home and then find me a damn righteous black man. And we'd build a life for ourselves, and one day naked babies be running around with flour over their faces asking for grandma biscuits. But on that day, Mama gave me a direct order. Don't die. And when Mama gives you a direct order, as the screen door shut, I simply said, yes, ma'am. And I watched her blouse heave one big one as I walked toward the bus that I prayed would one day bring me back to this doorstep and to the smell of Mama's biscuits.
Blue Ox, this whole village off the grid, own water, everything. Stay prepared for when everything goes to hell. Veteran, always prepared. No school of fish like swimming with the barracudas till the shark comes around. Folks don't like vets till the shit happens. Blue Ox been around 45 years. Broken buildings and broken people go together. We make things like it's a century ago and value a man's hands and sweat on his shirt. That's what we do here. That, and we house broken souls. I know what these folks are going through. I got two me's going on all the time. 18-year-old me and an now me. Who knows which one is real? Started this place with a $300 bank loan. Some 45 years later, the only road we ain't walked down is success. Hold on to this for dear life. Protect the radio. Protect the ox. Protect the radio. Protect the ox. A run a place that helps people. Never thought anything would feel as important as being a radio man. I found it. I fear not getting the hearse done, so I chose vets. I mean, maybe we're chasing something can't be done. Maybe we fucking like it that way.
I felt bad about the first one of them I killed. But that shit didn't last long. Not after about a month being there. We had a guy who got separated in a firefight. Found his fucking ass. 3 days later, wired to a tree. Yeah. I stopped feeling bad for them right fucking then. And I made up my mind to never ever catch my ass alive. Yes, sir. You better fucking believe it, because from that night on, I always kept one round in my pocket. Meant for fucking me.
It's nice being around vets again. Building this hearse seems all right to me. Gets me out the door, reason to wash my clothes, and sweating for a reason ain't in my head. But a hearse? Why does it always have to be about death? Everything else in life you sign up for is about life. Army, about death. My old man say to me, enlist. Army take care of you from cradle to grave. I ain't seen much cradle in this man's army.
If I ever get a chance to talk to Jesus, I'm gonna ask him what the fuck he thinks about murder. Now maybe he won't answer back, or maybe it's a touchy fucking subject for him, seeing as how he was murdered himself. Man, he knows all about suffering too. Romans did a number on his ass. Crown of thorns and shit, and me complaining about a hard dick and dysentery. Maybe Jesus don't want to talk about that kind of shit. Maybe Jesus want to talk about something fucking nice. Like beer. Yeah. Maybe Jesus got a six-pack on him and we talk about something fucking nice. And murder. I bet Jesus don't condone that type of shit.
Getting your rations is a big day in Nam with resupply to Jungle Day. Now, each meal comes with 4 packs of cigarettes. Cools, Kent, Pall Mall, and Lucky Strikes. I hear these kids today don't even get cigarettes. Well, if they wouldn't have given me cigarettes, I'd have said, listen here, you rear echelon motherfuckers. I am heavily armed and trained to kill, and you will be giving me cigarettes. Besides the smokes, you get salt tabs, matches, toilet paper, cans of white cake, cans of fruit cocktail, cans of beans and wieners, cans. Goddamn, I hate the army. But I know how to trade for shit. See, I'm the radio man, and I get a plastic bag from my battery sacks. Oh, this shit is important. Because keeping your shit dry in the jungle ain't easy. So, I trade plastic bags to demo men for C4. They think I'm crazy. C4 is an explosive that blows down trees for landing zones. Why the fuck a radio man want C4, huh? Sugar a la cocoa. Oh yeah. Sugar a la cocoa. By taking the tiniest bit of C4, and lighting this here corner. In seconds, my water's boiling hot. Oh yeah, I am a crazy motherfucker. A canteen of water and 3 instant cocoa packs. When the canteen boils and the seafloor has gone out, you pour in 3 instant packs of cocoa mix and stir that shit about. Oh, I take tiny sips. Breathe in the air of night. I'm thankful for another day not dead. Gets lonely when no one wants to be your friend. But I got a friend. Oh, his name? Sugar a la Coco.
Jesus, do you think all these Christians would be walking around with a noose around their necks?
What?
Yeah, if it was a method of execution. Why the fuck are they so concerned with the method of execution? Like if it was a firing squad and they have 5 rifles hanging around their necks?
You know, you don't have to say everything pops into your head. Some silence can do us some good around here.
Who's gonna ride in the hearse?
Say what?
We built the damn thing, but I didn't think about who's gonna ride in it.
It ain't a taxi, asshole.
Someone's gonna be in it.
I don't know. Why do you care?
They're digging up Honest Abe for one last ride.
Hey, keep cracking wise and you fucking have to be in it next.
Yeah.
407 years is as long as it's gonna take us to finish this thing.
I heard Lincoln suffered from depression. Oh yeah? Well, Lincoln then has a whole lot in common with all of us.
Is he the one who cut down the cherry tree?
Jesus Christ.
Washington.
And who's the one who had the wooden teeth?
Hey! They got a new thing for you called the Google. You could get on it, learn shit on your computer about George. Jesus Christ.
I don't have a computer.
Cause you don't.
That newfangled shit ain't for me.
Oh, well, you better get rid of your refrigerator and go back to an icebox. You gotta sell your car, you horse.
I don't know how to ride a horse!
That's not shit for brains.
If they'd have electrocuted Jesus, you think there'd be electric chairs at the top of every church?
Electricity in the time of Jesus. Jesus Christ!
Oh, if they're gas
Will
lit.
someone shut this asshole up?
I'd ride in the hearse if they let me.
They're not gonna let you ride in the
I
hearse.
said if!
Who is the one that Hamilton killed?
Hamilton got killed! They wrote a fucking musical about it!
Can't take you assholes anymore.
I need a break!
My ears need a break.
Hey, Lincoln did Watergate, right?
Why, you motherfucker!
Hamilton
Knock it off!
Hamilton!
I said knock it off! Knock it off. Let's take a break. 15 minutes. Let the audience take a break from you assholes. 15-minute intermission. Oh, and your sugar a la Coco and warm paps at the bar. See you in 15. Drink up. In the jungle, they got bamboo vipers.
Why, a dangerous fucking snake got a sweet name like Bamboo Viper.
It's ironic.
What the fuck's ironic?
You know, like we call you, Big Dick.
Fuck you. Fuck you 2 times.
If you're nice to vipers, it won't hurt you.
But get bit by a viper, 3 steps later, you're dead.
Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. Now there was a boy we called Short Round.
Couldn't have been no taller than a girl.
Hey, you look good, Short Round.
Thanks. Been on R&R.
Shit, boy was in Bangkok.
I met this girl.
Well, a girl or a pro?
They got no girls over there, all pros.
Listen here, boys. Gather around. I met this girl who made my little man do things that he knew he could do.
Whoa. Like, please the fucking girl?
Fuck you fuckers over there.
Oh,
old oriental ways of pleasing of a man.
Like what?
She done shit with her hands.
Whoa, fucking whoa.
You went to Bangkok for a fucking hand job?
This ain't no fucking drive-in movie hand job. She like a pro. She like a PhD in hand jobs.
Motherfucker, if I was there, I would have banged cock. That's why it's called Bangkok. The country ain't called hand job. You gotta be the dumbest motherfucker. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh, shit.
No move.
Don't fucking move.
Don't fucking move.
No. What?
Shh. It's on your shoulder, man. And it's bad. It's a teeny greeny snake.
It looks like it likes him.
If I ain't no three-stepper, my next step is killing you.
Give him a kiss.
Fuck you.
Or one of them funky hand jobs you just got.
I'm a machine gun to kill all you fuckers.
Well, we got a gunner coming.
Oh.
A gunner?
Yeah. Hey, if the snake three steps you on, can I have your cocoa?
Kind of rubbers.
Can I have your girl?
I hate every one of you fuckers. I wasn't scared at all.
Fear be a three-stepper.
I don't remember going to the bathroom in Nam. I don't. I mean, 115 degrees. We drank water, ate salt tablets like it was candy. Ugh, I don't remember going to the bathroom. I mean, just holes in my memory, because surely I pissed. That's a gaping hole. How many more are there? Why block out pissing? Wish we would have blocked out other shit. Army drops me an open when I get out. Yeah, so I had to hitch right up north, Eureka. Man I hitched with was nice, salesman. Never once pumped me for blood and gut stories about the war. You saw my eyes when we got to the redwood curtain. Oh, I kept hanging my head out the window like a dog. Yeah, the hat blew off. I didn't care. It's close to them trees again. He sees me and says, well, would you like to go and sit under one of those trees? I never cried enough. But a man I don't know asked me if I want to sit under one of my trees. I cried. Yeah, trees with no jungle attacks. You know, without the killing, Army's a perfect place for a little boy. Really, you don't have to take a bath or shave or brush your teeth. You didn't have to comb your hair or salute. Nah, just a perfect little jungle for a little boy to grow up in. Thought about that as I sat under them trees and the salesman sat in his car and smoked a cigarette. Next thing I know, I gotta pee. Them trees look so inviting. Maybe I did hold it in the whole time. Because once I started, I couldn't stop. Felt like I peed for an hour. Like I was getting rid of all the fear crawled so far up inside of me. Mine's got lots of closets. And shit gets put away real neat. Memory's got a way of protecting the little boy living inside of me. Who wishes he could run around the redwood forest all day and pee on heavy tree seeds.
Willard was a slow-talking, sure-footed mountain of joy. Everyone who knew Willard say, I'm glad I know that Missouri boy. First 3 months, he barely spoke, but when his mouth went through puberty, the stories that boy would tell. In his Ozark drawl, he'd talk about milking cows. But he weren't talking about the kind of milking for drinking. He was talking about the kind of milking for making more cows. Yeah, no shit, that was the boy's job. Old Dirt carried himself an M79. The M79 makes a blooping sound, and it's got a 6-inch rear sight on it, which makes it real easy to find when you least want to be found. One afternoon, our clumsy fucking feet tripped an ambush, and we all hit the ground. Then you could hear rounds flying from both sides, and I was always glad when I heard the Woods M79. You can hear that bloop all the way to fucking China. Fight after fight, I would think to myself, keep down, Will, or you'll end up dead. Well, that afternoon, sure as lice. Will took a round square to the forehead. Inside his steel pot, there's an inner lining of fiberglass. So, when he took that round, his head jerked back and he went down. But he was lucky because it pierced the pot, but not the glass. And it went rattling around the rim, and his eyes bugged out like I ain't ever seen, one going north and the other one going south. His mouth hung open and he shook his big old head and stumbled uphill towards enemy lines. Motherfucker staggered, and then he dropped his gun, weaved a step or two, and then tumbled back down the hill towards us. And it was only then that I realized, as he came down the hill, both sides were watching Will stagger. And nobody had fired a fucking shot. Like we were watching a fucking movie. Old Dirt's ears rang for weeks, but that was a good day. Because seeing and hearing are casualties of war. Only casualties of war are casualties.
I'm a daddy's girl. Who isn't? I've never heard any girl say she wants to grow up and be like her mother. Maybe boys feel the same about their fathers. Who gives a shit? I'm a daddy's girl. Been since I was 5 years old. That's when I first understood that my daddy spilled shit on machinery others would throw away. Garbage is just stuff folks don't know what to do with. And so, I would take stuff out of the garbage to build shit, to be like daddy. Mommy didn't like that very much, but I liked my clothes being dirty. It might have been then I started building a pedestal for him. And it was around 5, he quit drinking for the first time. He quit drinking more times than there is counting, but I didn't care. Because at 5 years old, my daddy quit drinking for me. For me! And when I slipped a note under his tobacco pipe saying, "Teacher told me smoking makes daddies die," he found a way to chew on toothpicks whenever I was around. If he got sad, he said one tug on his pant leg for me and all the sadness went out of his eyes. See, I was the family savior. Woman of the house. Me, at age 5. Let mom deal with the rest of the shit like near foreclosures every other month and daddy going dark places in the middle of the night. During the day, with my big blue eyes staring up at him, and I was whisked into his arms and I smelled his Old Spice beard, and I never felt safer in my whole life. On the way to kindergarten, he told me, "Me and you, baby, we got ingenuity. A way to get things done no one else understands." He is the only one who ever fully got me. He helped me get around every roadblock life throws, and fuck, it threw a few our way. Mom always kept a couple of boxes packed because getting evicted out of every house we lived in was part of the deal. But Daddy and I both know the world's a big joke. When he worked late, he'd stop at the store and get a 6-pack and candy fish. He drank and I ate, and we'd wink at each other and laugh at the fucking absurdity of it all. Oh, I was all hopped up on sugar by the time he passed out, but that was something for Mom to deal with. Let her poke the bear. All I had to be was his little slice of perfection, and no one would ever be angry. But I'm not little anymore. I have come to understand him and that tobacco pipe are friends. And Daddy and I eating candy fish made Mommy have to clean up our mess. This Christmas, a friend took a photo of us, and I had to look 3 times. I'm taller than Daddy. And how can that be? He is the tallest building in the world, and from the top I can see the entire universe that he made safe for us, but goddamn if I'm not a woman and taller than Daddy. When I told him, he said, "Well, ain't that just perfect?" You figured out how to shine before you even knew you were closer to the sun. And then he gave me his Bronze Star wink without me having to tug on his pant leg. Yeah, being perfect is really easy when you're 5 years old and daddy's little girl.
God doesn't live in the desert.
You believe in God?
Whatever.
God ain't whatever. He's God.
Oh, look, I get it. In the bush, best to have an imaginary friend.
Oh, man. God is real. You mean to tell me you don't believe that there's a place better than here?
I believe every place is better than here.
Man, heaven is better.
I got lots of living to do before heaven.
Man, I don't know how you can live without God.
Same way as you.
You know, my grandpa used to tell me, there ain't no atheist in a foxhole.
Praying doesn't mean he believes. Praying means he has no other option.
Well, I feel better having me a God.
You keep him.
You got a girl?
Now that I got.
Man, not me.
Now that's a shame.
I mean, I said goodbye to a girl, but she ain't like my girl. But she writes me letters.
Oh yeah?
Friendly too.
Nice. A year and an awful long time without a friend.
I got God.
Right. Can you kiss God?
Nope.
Does God write you back?
Nope.
Why can't you see a point when it's standing right
I
at you?
see your point, but belief don't need a point.
Doesn't that bother you?
Do I look bothered?
No, but that bothers me.
Why?
You believe in other imaginary things?
Man, I used to.
Like what?
Santa Claus.
Fuck.
The Easter Bunny. The Tooth Fairy. But then I grew up and I learned that those things ain't real.
So there's hope for you.
Man, I like to think so.
Man, you really think there's a heaven? Clouds and shit?
I don't know about the clouds.
But heaven?
You're a man of logic. You know about Pascal's bargain?
Can't say that I do.
All right, so a philosopher, right?
Stop right there, man. I'm not gonna listen to it.
Man, what else we got to waste time?
Fuck, go on.
All right, check this out. So, he says you got two choices in life. To believe in God or not. But your life is short when compared to eternity. So if you choose to believe for your short life and then get to go to heaven because you believe, then why not do it?
Why not?
See, yeah, logic dictates that you might as well make the choice and believe and win the bet that takes you to heaven for eternity than to not believe and lose out.
That sounds like logic to you?
Yup.
That's fucking bullshit.
Man, you ain't listening.
No, man. If there's a God, and then when I get up there to take his test to get into whatever, is that I had to believe in him when all the logic in the world said otherwise. But he let in some silly ass who believed in no other reason than a reward. Man, if there's a God, gotta have more integrity than that.
All right. Okay. There's no convincing you.
No, man. Why are we here?
What you mean?
I mean, every day we drive up and down this road just waiting to get shot at. That ain't war. This being a deer on the first day of hunting season.
We're over here to protect the vital interests of the United States.
Oh, fuck. So you're gullible in many different ways, huh?
Man, it's an honor to serve.
Oh, yeah, you're just red, white, and blue to the bone, huh?
I love my country.
I love a paycheck.
Man, there's some things that you have to believe.
Blind faith?
Yup. Blind faith.
Blind faith killed more men than bullets.
You know, we're gonna have to spend a whole lot of time together.
I do.
You're gonna have to put a whole lot of faith in me.
Don't I know it?
You know, if it's one thing I learned, it's that God and the Army need a whole lot of faith.
First thing you said, I'll answer with, amen.
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 By my second week in Vietnam, I was a radio man. Radio man. Means you get a 60-pound stone slapped on your back called a prick 25. It means I had a whole new outfit. I cut a hole in my fatigue shirt, stuffed the receiver cord up on through, another hole in the shoulder to stuff the short antenna here down so it rode by my waist. Covered the whole pack with leaves and hide. Hid the radio underneath my rucksack. Oh, and the Army's nice enough to give the radio man a whip. A whip is a 10-foot antenna, sort of like a beacon tip. Yeah, that fucking tip says, "Here you are, gooks. Here's what you want." Like a sign that flashes in the dead of night saying, "You can't see this, you're goddamn blind." The first night, mortar round came, cut the whip right in half. Jesus fucking Christ. But every day I survived made me want to tell the new radio men, you can live too. So I started giving this boy from West Virginia tips on how to cameo the radio with leaves, and how to keep your mic and antenna down so no one ever know you're different from the other gunners. They don't know you're carrying a radio, a lot easier to stay alive down here. Well, he was so happy for my tips, wanted to return the favor, so I tell him to blabber on to me about back home. Help me remember what it looks like, but what it smells like. So he gets to telling me about West Virginia, only he calls it West Virgin. When he talked about the place, his whole face broke into a smile. He said the mountains had loads and loads of trees, and this time of year colors got so bright they would hurt your eyes. Talk about walking into those mountains to hunt from a town called Bowling Green. I just shook my head like I knew where the fuck Bowling Green was. We both decided we'd go there when we got back. Yeah, even dress up like mountain men to go hunting with his friends. It made it sound so fucking fun. Even set a date for after his tour was over during buck hunting season. November 24th, 1969. I would arrive in West Virginia. We'd go walking through the woods like we didn't have a care in the world. But back in the real world, we're walking at 115 heat. No one knew why we suddenly stopped at the edge of the valley that day, but stopping in the jungle was natural. So we did what we usually did, cursed the heat, watched the sweat build on each other's faces. When a message got passed from man to man that someone in 3-5 Delta stepped on a mine. Seems that 05 Deuce, when they left our little paradise here, also left a calling card. Just anti-personnel. Spread out on the jungle floor like toys in a child's yard. Well, West Virginia took his final step. He was yelling to me about how to make deer jerky. Smiling ear to ear. I hope his mind was in Bowling Green. To this day, I have not. But if someone ever asks me if I've ever been to West Virginia, I will never say no. Because for more nights than I can count, I dreamed it with my friend.
This hurts. This shit's emotional. At first, it was just something to keep me from calling the suicide hotline. But then, it became everything. Prestige, honor. And see, I stress because as infantry, the level of detail has to be so damn high. If you mess up just a little bit, your buddy next to you will die. Bossman tells me it's just a $10, $5 piece of wood. But I'm committed to the fucking project. And not just me. All these fucking assholes. There's something about getting your first nod as a craftsman. That feeling that you made something that folks respect. And it's worth something. But I'm impatient. And I just want to see the damn thing be born. And I keep thinking to myself, hey, work hard, get your shit done so you can see what the final project is. And you can see her out the door. But I know, the minute she goes out the door, All I want to do is see her again. Make sure she's okay. Okay, before this, best piece of woodworking I ever done was my goddamn porch swing. It's nice not having to think about killing myself at the goddamn time. Look at this. Ain't our little girl starting to look pretty?
You know what kills me? What kills my fucking ass is when politicians get up on TV and they talk about how bad war is. About how innocent women and children, they get killed in war. How babies will pick up a booby trap pack of cigarettes or some shit. How people killing other people or gassing them is bad. Motherfuckers, sit the fuck down and turn off the motherfucking TV. Killing people is bad. It's always been bad, and it's always gonna be bad. Don't nobody have to sit there and tell you that shit. You're just born knowing. Jesus fucking Christ.
From now on, I'm doing nothing but waiting to die. I don't want to talk about it or go no more deeper than that. I spent enough time talking and thinking about it. And I know my country wasted my life, and there are a good bunch of lives been wasted from the beginning of time. Ain't nothing to do now but wait to die and think about all them wasted lives. All those boys I loaded onto a truck, just like they loaded me onto a truck. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it happened to me. The fucking absurdity of it all. All's left to do now is wait to die. Lay on my back and shout it out loud. Oh God. They have shot me all to pieces.
You lucky fuckers. You lucky flat-footed fuckers. You lucky high blood pressure fuckers. You lucky blind and deaf son of a bitches. You lucky crazy motherfuckers. You lucky old motherfuckers. You lucky weak motherfuckers. You lucky you just found out you got cancer, motherfuckers. Oh. You lucky civilian motherfuckers. You lucky soft-ass civilian motherfuckers. War ain't getting any better over here. Pay attention. It ain't getting any better. That motherfucker doesn't want to die for his country, so this motherfucker has to die for hers. Fuck you all. Fuck you all, you lucky motherfuckers.
All it did was fucking... All it did was fucking rain in Nam. Now, it rained a lot in my little corner of the world, but I had never seen this type of rain. It would pour for over an hour, then be so hot again that the rain would rise up as steam. Now, we tried moving while it was raining and sweltering, but the rain was so hard that you couldn't see. Spent a whole day simply trying to find a pocket of oxygen in a fucking wall of water. So you will put your hand on the shoulder of the man in front of you and you will wait for it to be over. And then you start walking again. In the jungle, you learned to live with the wet. To be wet. Dry was not a thing in the jungle. No, the only thing you had to be absolutely fucking sure to keep dry were your socks. You ever seen jungle rat? Oh. A tropical fucking ulcer on your feet. Little fucking microbes living inside, little fucking sores on your feet and eating their way around until your feet look like hamburger meat. Now, I know guys who can fit entire quarters in the crevices. Man, we tried getting malaria or jaundice to get sent to the rear. You made it with the whores who had sores, hoping to catch what they had to get sent to the rear. Because catching jaundice and the clap sucked, but motherfucker, we feared jungle rat. Jesus Christ. Man, going to Vietnam was like going to fucking heaven.
You think you got trouble? Shit, man. You don't know what trouble is. Trouble is when you're laying in the middle of a sandstorm, knowing both your arms and legs have been blown off, and they're going to shoot down the chopper before it can come and get you. Trouble is when they pick you up, and you realize for the rest of your life you are 3 feet long. And you know the world's just going to keep on going. God got a plan for everything, huh? Yeah, I've been waiting to see it all my life, and I am pretty fucking sure I'm going to die waiting. Trouble is wishing you would bleed to death. Because if you live, you'll end up a miserable motherfucker like this. I wish they would have put me in the body bag and zipped me up, man. Would have been a lot less trouble.
Sugar a la coco. You know, these old Vietnam boys got them more bullshit. Bust our balls, because we got Skype and hot food. They act like all they ate was cans. Not food in cans, but cans. Like they shit cans onto the jungle floor. Come on, man. You got all the movies. Full Metal Jacket, Apocalypse Now, the one with Tom Cruise. You even got Forrest Gump. Yeah, run, Forrest, run. Build, Forrest, build. Build, Forrest, build. And sugar a la coco, ain't no motherfucker use no C4 to cook. Why you staring at me? This Vietnam voice is crazy. That jungle stare. Quit staring at me. All right. All right. All you ate was cans, and you had cigarettes for breakfast. And we got Skype and cable TV. When it comes to bullshit, a combat vet can lay it on thicker than a politician.
You have to be crazy to go to war. I know the moment it fucking happened. You see, there's walkers and there's mannequins, and you can change from a walker to a mannequin in a fucking instant. Whoop, girl next to your head. Now she's a fucking mannequin. All I thought about is, fuck, now she's dead. I gotta do more. That's what I knew. Feelings are for others. Fuck, I don't feel. That mechanism got broke. Protect the fucking radio. But she's dead. Protect the fucking radio. But she got her own. Protect the fucking radio. My mom died, I felt nothing. But if the radio would have died, you gotta be crazy to go to war. One radio call. One fucking radio call. All the misery, heat, stink, sweat, fears about to be over. One radio call, my platoon, I have a new radio man by the end of the day. I'm going home. Alive. I'm going home fucking alive. When I give my hand to Baldwin, he just gives me a cup, asks if he can have my fruit. Anytime I'm about to step on the chopper, I look over, he has a tear in his eye. I want to step back down and tell him how I leaned on him, even if he didn't notice. How he made a skinny white boy feel safe. How I admired the way he navigated a world where it wasn't easy to be big, black. But the war don't stop for shit like that. And Chopper rises towards the top of the trees, and soon the men were closer to me than the inside of my skin, and now just men in formation. About to walk, walk, walk. And I'm flying towards Tent City, my head filled with all the shit I need to do before I can leave. When last on the list is turning into my M16 to this nasty old sergeant. Yeah, he looks at my rifle like a hand of them dog shit. Says the bolt's rusted shut. Ain't very clean. $200 to fix this damn thing, and it's coming out of your pay. Rear boys. Fuck 'em! Pissed I don't address them as sir. We don't have time for sir in the goddamn bush. See, the enemy might hear someone say sir, and blow your fucking head off, you goddamn rent pussy. Well, they finally hand me my pass on the 4th day, and I'm so happy to catch a plane away and be free of these assholes at last. I'm going home. I'm going home alive. I thought about that till I had a smile on my face wider than a butcher's dog. Don't hit me till I see the fresh faces getting off of that bird. It's their first day in Nam. First fucking day, and they're looking around at the hell about to be their lives. I want to say it'll be okay. I want to say, well, some of you will make it home. I want to say you're about to meet some boys who will die for you and take care of you as best they can. But all I can think of as I move to freedom is, boys, it's your fucking war now.
Wives are often the lantern holders with PTSD. We're the canaries in the coal mine. Because if we don't deal with this, we're not going to make it. PTSD is a physical disease. A physical disease. Sure, there's a psychology to it, but when you send men and women into combat, you rewire their brains forever. Their fight-flight responses fucked for the rest of their lives. Imagine being in a constant state of terror every goddamn day. That's what a combat soldier's up against. And his wife is up against him. Let's call it what it is. PTSD can make you an asshole. An asshole! Short-tempered, can only focus on only one thing at a time. Emotionally unavailable asshole. But he's my asshole. Just like when you're born, you only get one asshole. And if you're lucky, you get a hero. Have you ever seen the commercials for one of the superhero movies where the little boy who got bullied gets a superpower and then grows up to protect the other little runts who got bullied? That's what you get when you marry a combat vet. Someone who those in charge bullied into pushing himself to the damn limit, and whose brain ain't ever gonna forget it. Puts his arms around you and makes you feel safe. That's a hero in my book. I don't need to see no damn movie. I live it every day. And sure, he's got problems. He quit drinking in 85. And 87, 90, 92. You get the picture. But until you've lived with somebody every day who gives you the goose flesh when you think about what he's been through, until you see his wounded damn brain figure out how to treat somebody with the kindness that was never extended to him, until you see a strength so gentle, hell, I'll live with a little bit of his darkness. Because when he looks at me, the light I see is so bright, it feels like I gotta squint. The Blue Walks was our lantern out of the darkness. Look at him working. Look at him making a team. Those are some dysfunctional assholes acting like a team of builders. Shit, that's a little mushy. So that's all I have to say. Except, I hope you find yourselves a radio man, or a hero,
Makes life a lot easier.
I tried to go to school when I got back and lasted 2 days. Sitting in a classroom with these people, Jesus. And I had seen things they would never be able to comprehend. A chasm no learning could ever overcome. That's why veterans need their own classroom, need to be surrounded by those who know what we've been through and feel safe. Only when a soldier is safe can healing begin. That's why the Blue Ox exists. The war doesn't stop when a soldier comes home. It's carried in the fucking marrow. Native Americans have long believed that it took 2 years to train a tribal member to become a warrior, and it took another 2 years to retrain a warrior to become a tribal member again. And that this could only be taught by old warriors within the tribe. Well, I personally learned this 20 years ago when we opened the Blue Ox for tours. My life up to that point felt of no value to those who weren't bent. But here we are bent like a rusty nail. And these rusty damn nails are building something important. We are not going to fuck it up.
I hated the people I worked with. Intentionally failed the PT test 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I'll do 1, maybe 2 push-ups, and then claim muscle failure. I look my sergeant dead in the eye and say, I'd really like to suck your dick right now. Fuck, man. Am I supposed to feel bad for wanting to get the fuck out?
What used to be is no longer an option. Who you are can never be reclaimed once you go to war. Everybody needs to think on that shit. When you come back, you're not interested in the same things anymore. That little kid that liked watching the baseball game is dead. Ice cream, dead to me. You have to reinvent everything.
By 9 months in, we were all fearless. Fearless! And I'm looking at the newbies getting off the plane and their legs are shaking like leaves because they are scared of seeing the body parts in the street. And I think to myself, why ain't I scared of seeing body parts in the street? What is wrong with me, boss?
When I open my eyes, it's like he'd been watching me a good long time, studying me like I was a puzzle. I wanted to tell him this whole world's been a puzzle to me. I don't think the good Lord meant for it to be so tricky, but shit got out of hand. His eyes were smiling at me, but when I got a good look at him, Jesus, I had to take in a deep breath. My eyes must have said, you only got nubs where your arms and legs go. But he looked at me and went, like not having ain't no big deal. Where you from? When I said LA, he said LA's a big place. Give a cripple more than that. What's? And he smiled, big as a mountain. What's happening? What's happening? I kept thinking to myself, don't ask no dumbass question. But I joined the army. Dumbass is what I do. So I asked him how long he'd been like that. 21 days. Not 3 weeks. 21 days. It was then I realized that bad shit happens in days. So I closed my eyes, hoping he'd forget the real fucking beauty of the question I asked. But he asked my name and said, forgive me for not shaking hands. I smiled. And I couldn't stop looking at what was left of him. 4 black nubs and the closest shaved head I'd ever seen, like a peeled egg. When he saw me looking, I forgot my damn name. But he smiled and said, "'Cause you get a death sentence, sister, don't mean you gotta die. Everybody isn't made of the same stuff. Some folks live through shit others can't. That's me. Who's you?" He had a gaze on him, gentle as a puppy, and before I know it, I'm telling him about the RPG putting me in here, how the scar tissue in my head gonna cause seizures I gotta deal with the rest of my life, how I beat breast cancer, and that was why I joined the Army, and for the most part, the Army been damn good to me. That I'll do it again, and when I catch his eyes, they asleep, and he looked so small, like a 40-year-old baby with a beard, laid up in a sheet with so much of him blowed away. How could he not be scared? I was scared waking up in a place like this. I can't imagine what it's like for him. Did he have arms and legs in his dream and then wake up in a place you've been trying to avoid for months and shit? It can all come on you like vomit. So I decided to let him sleep when he said, "Closed eyes just mean a man's listening real hard." I say, "What open eyes mean?" I mean, I get a look at a booming woman I can't make the moves on no more. My girlfriends would always talk about the moment you know you's a fucking goner. And I never believed them. But when he said that, and I gave a second for my heart to start beating again, maybe you already done put your moves on me. He got a big smile, and I saw every part of him covered with goose flesh. Looked like he was gathering himself. Best part is, whoever gets stuck with me ain't never gonna worry about me tomcatting around on him. But that ain't even close to the best part about being stuck with Captain Tyrone. His kindness the best. We kept talking all afternoon, and he asked me if the cancer took any part of me. When I smiled, he started to cry, and tears fell down his egghead. But he never stopped watching me as I moved slowly to the tissue box. When I dried his tears, he just said, "Sister, I'm gonna ask you again if you got a name, or I gotta give you one." I blushed. Tamila. I fucking blushed. Jesus Christ. Me and you, Miss Tamila, are gonna be making out tonight. And we fucking did. And maybe we did a little bit more over the next few weeks. And I see you ladies. You don't need to ask me about something you don't even know about. And don't ask me that neither. Dirty minds y'all got. Smile on my face enough for you? They could have put me anywhere. In any VA hospital, in any TV room for a spell, but they put my scared ass in here. That was 188 weeks ago. And I said weeks, not days. But shit, life with Captain Tyrone ain't got no bad days.
I tried to get out of it, and we started that day.
I didn't know shit about casting.
What I liked most was that the Marines worked for me.
No successful course in 12 days.
2 years hiding, now I'm doing something useful.
Look at her. Defeat was not an option.
I get to tell my grandchildren I worked on the sesquicentennial shit. The 150-year anniversary Lincoln Dam hearse.
Me. I made that.
Me. I made that.
Me.
Trip to Springfield. Man, even the horses were all decked out.
1,500 hours later, instead of feeling like a discarded tool, I felt a part of something.
When we did the reveal in Illinois, and I saw the magnitude of it all, it made all the crazy in my head shut off.
Help me reconnect with my wife. Now we're going to have another baby.
Marines never fucking learn.
Look at our invitation. We get to go for free. And a +1. A +1. I'm taking my husband, so he knows I'm still worth something.
They were standing in the streets and saluting us.
We looked really little next to that hearse.
Hearse deserved every gaudy bit of gold it got.
Hey, I made that. I don't have kids, but I got that.
There were times we almost came to blows.
Some of these assholes are a special kind of stupid.
But the day of reenactment, they asked if one of us wants to be color guard by the casket. And look at him snap to it.
Suck that gun, boy.
Me, part of the ceremony.
We were all dressed to the nines. Well, eights.
Seeing 150,000 people lining the streets crying. Holy fucking shitballs.
We made it real and they felt it.
I remember thinking, it can't look this good.
They revered us while having no idea the misfits and miscreants that we were.
They let us eat with the rich people, almost like we weren't broken.
What stood out for me was the silence. We made that.
We made that.
We made that.
150,000 people lining the streets crying.
Stood there with flags and saluted us.
Hey, the country didn't like my war, but they did like my hearse.
Finally done something my wife and kids can be proud of.
What does it mean to be a craftsman?
Take a piece of metal and start shaping.
Eventually it will be something.
And look at this.
And look at us.
She sure is something.
We sure are something.
When they played the national anthem,
Oh, man. The place is broken. The people are broken.
But don't we put out top-notch shit?
Never thought I'd do something as important as serve my country.
We just done it again.
Yeah, we never learned.
Seeing 150,000 people lining the streets crying.
We made that.
We fucking made that.
We
made that.